Hey everybody, welcome back to On Social with Nikki Nicole. I have here a special guest of mine and one of my closest friends, Miss Karen Larkins. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's a big year for you.
Yes, it is.
We got a lot.
A lot.
We got
a whole lot.
We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about Karina, which I got right here. You know, I'm so excited about your new business.
And so am I. Thank you.
I'm so glad. Karen.
Thank you.
For those of you who do not know, Karen is my first cousin, and I always want to support her in any business endeavor with her and her husband, Rashad. I love them so much, along with their girls. But we have a brand new baby here, Karina, that I wanted to introduce everybody to. You know, Karen has been doing a lot of event planning and decorating for years. She just has a knack for it. So what I wanted to do with Karen was to really take it up to the next notch by just sitting her down, talking to her, letting everybody know about what she has to bring to the table for 2016. If you got weddings, events, whatever, birthday parties, baby showers, this is the girl. This is my girl. Hey, come on, wait a minute, let's talk about it, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
So, yesterday,
Yesterday,
it's a new year, so yesterday was your first event for 2016, which was my brother's wedding, and it was beautiful.
Thank you.
Last minute planning.
Yes, maybe a week and a half planning.
So was it hard?
No, it was not. It's not hard because God gave me a true talent, and I love what I do. And when someone come to me about an event, immediately my wheels and my everything just starts turning like, okay, I see this, I see that. I am a visionary, and I thank God for that gift, and I just love it. And when you talk about events and event planning, it can be very, very stressful.
Oh, I know.
Because there are so many things, so many details involved. And for me, it's not. Even almost 13 years ago when I did my own wedding, which I planned my wedding in 4 weeks. And of course, at that time, it was a little stressful for me. And it was after that I was like, that wasn't so bad. And when you have an idea and it's just an idea in your mind and you put it on paper, or you don't put it on paper, you just start going in the store and looking for this and looking for that. And then once you put it all together and you see the end result, it is so rewarding and so refreshing. And even with the wedding yesterday, it was an honor, first of all, for them to even ask me to do it. And I love to work with people that says, do whatever you want to do. That is so easy.
Ooh, that takes a lot.
And to just know that someone trusts me with their event to let my mind or my imagination just run wild, and they don't have any say so as to, okay, well, I want this or I want that, and they just say, do whatever you want to do, because what that says to me is that you trust me. You trust my vision, you trust my ideas. And then after the wedding, I spoke to your new sister-in-law.
I know, I got a new sister-in-law, honey.
And I asked her.
I'm excited about that.
I know you are. And I asked her about, what did she think? She said, it was beyond my expectation. And I like to hear that, because you have an expectation when you have an event. Mm-hmm. You already know, okay, I want it nice, but then when I do it and it's beyond just nice for you, that brings me such joy. And I just love it. I love what I do.
I'm glad. I know it. And see, one thing about it, you're stylish. So people know that, you got this knack for fashion. And so it's just like really taking that fashion and putting it into a whole nother arena. And that's just like creating an event.
Yes.
First, I love the name, Karina. So how did it come about?
Well, I would say back in possibly, it was shortly after my mom died in 2008. And I'll never forget, me and my husband had went to the Ritz-Carlton in Greensboro for our anniversary. And we saw, that town is just unbelievable.
Oh, yeah,
for it to be so small. the buildings and everything and the little things that they have going on in such a small town. And so we were just riding and we were talking, and I said, I would love to have a venue. And he said, what do you mean a venue? I said, I would love to have a venue where people can rent, because Milledgeville doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
And so we talked about it. He was like, great. And so we started thinking of names, and he said, Karina's. And I said, Karina's. He said, yeah, that's your name. I said, beautiful. And I love
like
it.
I do too.
And so I can't take credit for that. That was my other half that came up with that name. And Karina's have been Karina's for since 2009. And actually, it started out as a venue. And I come to realize when God gives you a vision, okay, you can carry through with that vision. And God has always told me, unfortunately, we had to close it just because of, location. It didn't do well as, what we thought it would. So we closed it and I was fine with that. But what God gave me, He gave me the sense of business.
Mm-hmm.
And what I wanted. And for years, God has always said to me, that was just a location. But Karina's is your business.
Yeah.
And quite not understanding. And then I began to tell myself that year after year after year, okay, well, Karina's was just a location. I mean, that was just a building. That's just a location. You can take your business anywhere. Yep. He said, but Karina's is the name of your business. That's your business. And so it wasn't until I had the honor once again to do our First Lady brunch back in November.
Okay.
It was a mighty, mighty move of God present. And it was shortly after that event, which was in November, God said, it's time. He said, you're going to launch Karina's event planning and more the beginning of the year. So I spoke to my husband about it once again, which is also my business partner. And he said, okay, let's do it.
I know me and Karen have talked about partnering up and doing a lot of things together in the past, but we had to find the right venue. It all had to happen in God's timing as well. So when I actually told her about this event, I just, pretty much told her, and she just said, oh my God, Nikki, you know what? This is confirmation. First of all, she said, hold on, I'm going to call you right back. And she called me right back, literally. So she had to step out so she could actually, she said, thank you, Jesus, that, this is just let me know that what me and my husband talked about, God moves so quick and so fast, and He moves in a mighty way. Mm-hmm. And it's just good that that we have the same likes, we have the same vision for things that we want to do, and we have a change that we really want to make in 2016 and also in Milledgeville, in our hometown. I just see so many big things for you in 2016.
Thank you. I have a total of, so far, on paper, I have a total of 4 events.
Wow.
For, different months, of course, but I have a total of 4 events. But I just want to go back to what you said when we were talking about confirmation. When God, it was a confirmation for me. But you, at that time, before the wedding, on yesterday,
I know,
you were my first event under Karina's event planning and more for 2016. But it was, your brother beat you to the punch, I'm sorry, but so his event was actually, yes, it's still in the family. But God is moving in a mighty way. And I tell people 2016 is the year of new beginnings. And this is my season. I said that in 2015, that God was getting ready to restore everything that the devil stole, not knowing what He had in plan. Still don't know what He has in plan, but I am just so thankful, and I'm passionate about what I do. And the thing about being a businesswoman, or of course, and you can attest to this, you have to have a passion for what it is that you do. And not only do I have a passion for decorating and planning and paying attention to small details and organizing, I just love working with people. And I definitely have people skills. And regardless whether you're my cousin or not, I maintain professionalism at all times. And one thing that I know about people, you can do people your event or what do you do or how you treat people. They can even make you or break you,
Oh
and
yes.
all it takes is just one wrong thing and your business can be destroyed. So I aim to please. I aim to provide exceptional customer service and support. I want to make your event unforgettable and memorable. And so you can walk away and people be talking about it for years.
Mhm.
And I mean that when I did the First Lady Brunch in November, people are still coming up to me saying, I didn't know you do stuff like that. Oh, it was just beautiful. And once again, she was like, whatever. I knew what she liked. And that's another thing, when you're working with people, you got to get a feel of their personality.
Mhm.
You have to get a feel of them. And sometimes you don't even know the people that you may be working with, but you have a conversation with,
Mhm.
you ask little details. Okay, well, what do you like? What are your colors? And, that kind of stuff. And anytime you do something, it should reflect that person or it should reflect that person and that's what I aim to do and it doesn't take me long to figure out what you may like and what you don't.
Well,
So
you know me.
and you're
So
so simple and I just love working with you because here we go again. Oh, it don't even matter whatever you want to
you
do.
know I
And
like
even
bling
with
and shiny
yes,
things
you're a
and
girly girl.
yeah, I'm a girly girl. And then I knew I going back to Karina's. I like the name because it's sophisticated. It's elegant.
Thank you.
It just says what you do
And if you look at it, it says a culture
of
of
elegance.
elegance. Yes.
And now with that being said, I know you got an event coming out up on I think the 31st, right?
Yes, I
That you're
do.
actually launching
Yes.
your business, which
Yes.
is a sip and see.
Yes, it is.
Yes, please tell us about that.
Okay. And once again, we go back to God told me the beginning of the year. I have to. I learn now that I have to wait on His direction.
Hmm.
So He told me the beginning of the year, and I'm like, okay, God, you said the beginning of the year. Okay, now you got to give me. You got to give me a date. And I start out with simple. Okay, you got to give me a date. Then, okay, when he give me a date, I'm like, okay, you got to give me a location. Because I learned that you cannot do anything without his direction first.
Hmm.
Because if he directs you, then it's going to be successful. It's going to be blessed. It's going to just be awesome. So he told me January, and we did a photo shoot so I can start getting professional pictures for my business. And the location where we did it at was at the depot at Georgia College, which a lot of people do not know the depot. But for those that do not know the depot, it's the old train station, which is right there by Bonner Park. And I love it. It's intimate and it has a rustic feel. And he said, "This is your location." And so I'm doing my Sip and See, which is a business premiere reception,
Hmm.
and what it is just a more social gathering,
Yes.
where I'll have different table settings set where people are invited to come in. It's more mingling, gathering, just socializing.
And then it actually shows what you can do
Yes,
at the okay,
yes, and
yeah.
it'll showcase my work, and I will briefly get up and talk about what my business is, who I am, and what I have to offer to the community. And come to find out, we have a whole lot of decorators in Milledgeville. I mean, a whole lot of them, but we don't have an event planner,
Planner. And it's a
and
difference.
it is a
It's a
difference.
difference.
And so I'm blessed to be able to do both. I can decorate and I can plan. So our sip and see is, you just come in, and it's going to be January the 31st at Georgia College. It's actually the Wellness Depot, and the address is 600 West Green Street,
Okay.
and it's red carpet event starts at
I know. So
2:30.
I'm supposed to cover the red
Yes,
carpet, y'all. But
my Nicole's supposed to cover the red carpet event, even though I know you have your tea party that day, but
yes.
I still believe God for favor. So you will be there.
Okay.
I already know
I'm
that.
gonna break my neck. I'm gonna do 93 getting all the way from Atlanta trying to
You
get
ain't
here
gonna have
after
to
this.
do that because it was already in the plan, so you're gonna be there. But red carpet is from 2:30 to 3, and the event actually starts at 3:30. And even though it's my event and it is a business launch reception, anybody that I invite, because I believe that you also have to be a blessing to people too.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
also encouraging even people that come that have a business. if they would like to bring any of their business cards, any of their business information or literature or whatever, because actually it's a networking event.
Event.
So I'm not selfish. So if you have anything and you want to bring it, then you're more than
Well, I'm so
welcome.
glad you having a social because I think Milledgeville need more networking events where people can actually know how to network and spread the information about what they do, how they do it, what days they're available, and actually exchange cards and
Yes,
information. But I just think that it's not that it's not here. It's just we don't people don't host them enough to have it here. And again, that's why we wanted to do the actual tea party here in Milledgeville, which I'm very excited
and
about. So
so am I.
that's going to be like our big event, everybody. It's going
Yes,
to be
it
April the
is.
30th. We have a great program that's planned out, and Karen is in the midst of all of that.
Yes, I
We
am.
have an exceptional host, Miss Ramona Franklin, which I love so dear, and we'll have her later on the show explaining and talking more about who she is and what she does, which y'all already know. I love Miss Ramona. Also, we're putting together a lot of things for ladies to actually tidbits of makeup. We're going to have a hat and fashion show. We're going to have, it's going to be the time where people can dress up and show out and just come in and be able to look their best and be fabulous. We like to
Yes,
be fabulous. I don't think it's enough events where we can actually go and be fabulous at. So I think this is a great event that we actually got planned, and we got some other stuff planned too
yes,
about boys. We
yes.
got a boys event that we're actually planning as well. It's just a lot of things that 2016, and I'm just so glad that God has ordained a lot of things. And I've had to learn that everything don't happen now, and you have to do it when God wants you to do it. And so teaming up with people that want to have the same, we can kind of birth that same baby. It's
Yes.
just, and it's going to help you. It's going to help me. It's going to help everybody.
It'll have
So
a
it's a
great number of us.
collaboration. It's a
Yes, of
project that we
course.
all can collaborate on, and I'm just so grateful that number one, you my cousin,
Well,
so I get
thank
favor
you.
over
Yes,
there. I get favor.
favor.
I'm talking about we two sisters. Well, not two sisters, but two
Brother
brother and
and sister
sister children.
children.
Yes,
Yes.
that people don't know. I mean, like Karen is like my very, very close kin. So whatever I can do to support, like I said again, you and Rashad and the girls, I definitely want to do that. And I just,
And
again,
likewise.
I appreciate you being on the
Oh,
show.
no
I love you. You got to
problem.
come back.
I would, girl. You know I'm gonna come back.
So what we're gonna do next time, and we're gonna actually get together and kind of see. We're gonna come where you are.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
why?
gonna come where you
Yes.
are on. We do a lot of on-site stuff because we're visionary people. We believe in sharing the vision
Well,
because some
thank
people
you.
have to
Thank
actually
you.
see it. So I can't wait for the sip and see.
I can't either. And with that being said, there are a lot of great things in store for 2016 as it relates to Karina's, in which when you bring me back, well, I'll be able to talk about it. But I'm excited about our masquerade ball
Oh yeah,
in
that's right.
October.
Let's talk about that a little
It's
bit.
October. It's going to be October the 8th, and it's still in the planning stage. But of course, my vision is grandiose, of course. And actually, me and my husband talked about that as well, and he was on board with it, and actually trying to bring something to Milledgeville where I'm not gonna say older people, but sometimes people still want to go somewhere and have fun
Hmm.
and dress up and just have a nice evening. And so our masquerade ball is actually a formal event where you get to dress up, and we're gonna have a live band, and of course you're
That's
gonna
gonna be nice.
yes,
I'm
and
gonna
you're
be
gonna
covering the
cover the
red
carpet.
carpet,
Yes,
honey. Yes,
yes.
I'm gonna think I'm in Hollywood.
And we're gonna serve dinner, and so be looking for information on that probably around July. We're gonna start advertising it, but we're gonna have a live band. We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have dinner.
We talked about that
Yes,
about how something needs to come back into play like the old black
black
and
and white
white
ball.
ball, and we want to bring
Exactly.
it back to Milledgeville. So I'm so glad that you're doing this,
Thank
and this is
you.
gonna. I think it's gonna be an annual thing
Of
that
course,
you're gonna do on an annual basis, and it's gonna snowball. It's gonna get bigger and bigger and
bigger.
bigger. So whatever we can do here at on social with NIKI Nicole to help promote it, and
Thank
I
you.
can't wait to cover the red carpet
Carpet.
and see
Yes,
who's there. That's just me, honey. I can't
yes.
wait for that. So I appreciate you being on
Oh,
the
no
show.
problem. I am so grateful that you thought of me and wanted
Oh,
to have
always.
me on the show. And I mean, we can laugh about it now because when you asked me about it, I was like, oh my goodness, TV,
What
me,
I'm gonna say?
nervous.
What?
What am I say?
I didn't. She was rehearsing, y'all. I'm talking about
Excuse me.
this lady was back here rehearsing, and you're always like doing something in I ain't gonna say so much the media, but you deal with people every day.
Yes.
Being a minister's wife, you have to, it's ministering in different ways.
Yes.
So for me, it's like I knew you were perfect. You ain't gotta, you don't have to rehearse. You just be caring.
Well, thank you. Well, you know what? My
Cause this
motto
how
is
Karen say, "Well, call her. What's up?" See, she just like this the new school first lady. I have always called Karen the new school first lady. Am I right?
yes, you have.
Because she stay the same. I think that's what makes you relatable to
Well, thank you.
people.
Thank
And
you.
that's what's gonna make you flourish in your business. I'm so glad to have you
Thank
on the
you.
show.
Thank you. I'm
Again,
so
everybody,
glad
this is
that you had
Karen
me.
Larkin on Social with Nikki Nicole. Please stay tuned. We will be airing your promo video. That's part of our commercials.
Okay.
So that'll be part
yes.
of actually what we got going on here with on Social with Nikki Nicole.
I mean, and you can follow me on Facebook. It's Karina's is my page. You can follow me on Facebook. I actually have a website. My husband did it, and we were excited about that. And it's Karinas.com. And then of course we'll give you information. I mean, on my Facebook page as well as my website. I mean, my contact information is there. So if you got an event or you got something coming up, I'm your girl.
Yes, we are your girls, please, because we will cover red carpet.
Of course we will.
Again, I'm so glad to have you on the show. Everybody, again, this is Karen Larkin on Social with Nikki Nicole. Stay tuned.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Karen Larkin from Milledgeville, Georgia, and I'm excited today to introduce to you all my new business, Karina's Event Planning and More. We can plan your event from beginning to end. We offer day of coordination services, partial event planning services, as well as full planning event services. We cater to corporations, nonprofit organizations, as well as individuals. And I love taking an idea or a thought and bring it to life. I'm Karen Larkin, and for your next event, contact Karina's at 478-288-4346, or you can reach me by email, karen.larkin@karinas.com, or you can reach me via website, karinas.com. Let us take your idea and bring it to life.